First question, I guess, is just, well, who are you? Could you introduce yourself? What do you do?
Yeah, so my name is Rasheed Abueideh. I'm from Palestine. So basically, I do like a lot of things in information technology. I work as a software engineer, but sometimes I like doing games. So I do games like in my spare time. The last game that I did, it was called Layla and the Shadows of War,
Mhm,
which is a game about the war on Gaza Strip in 2014.
mhm. Have you done other games or it's just that one?
Yeah, I did a casual game before that. It was published on the App Store and Google Play, but that was been 2012. Uh, but that was like a commercial game. But no other commercial games. Like most of my work was undercover and did not see the light.
Mhm,
Yeah, but Layla, it was like my main project that I worked so hard to share it with everyone.
mhm. Did you work solo on that or did you have a team?
Yeah, like I had a difficult time like working with people in that game because that game was like alarming for many people. But I was lucky to find an artist and animator to work with me on the animation and the art. So we were a team of three people working on the game, but we were distributed in different areas. I never met the team before, so they were a team of volunteers working on that game. I was doing the game designing, coding, and like another two girls did the art and the animation for the game.
Mhm. Let's see. Did you do like a custom engine or were you using something else for that?
I used this is funny. I used an engine called Corona SDK. This is an error.
Yeah, I've heard of it, but I've never.
Like this is before the new Corona thing.
Yeah.
I think they changed the name of the engine. They call it nowadays like Solar 2D. Maybe because of the pandemic.
Yeah. Negative association.
Yeah.
Hmm. Let's see. How did you get into game development?
Um, like I think it started at 2010 when I found that game engine, which is Corona 2D, and I was interested in doing first thing mobile applications,
Mhm,
but I was like amazed by the amount of games that were published and released on Google Play and the App Store, and they were trending. And I like playing games, so
mhm,
I'm a gamer by myself. So I wanted to try doing games, and I started learning on Corona, and after that on Unity a little bit. So it was like 10 years ago when I started scratching the surface of game development and game design. Um, and it was a really like um, huge thing that you can spend your life doing games. Like
mhm.
it's not that easy. It's not how it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially like maybe the development part of games is the more practical, the more like that you can learn quickly. But um, the game design itself and the game feel is not that easy to understand and like master.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. It takes a lot of experience making lots of things.
Yeah, yeah, you need to iterate many things, and you need to experience, like, to make many experiments to understand, like, how does that feel, and how the player will react to what you did in your game, and how player will, like, if they will, like, enjoy it or not. It's not that easy.
Mhm. What's like the scene like there for game development?
Um, like, it's like immature yet. We've been like in the we try to make games, like, there are many companies try building games here in Palestine, but it was not a successful experience. Uh, we don't have, like, there is a lot of limitations here in Palestine. Uh, like, when you think of the basic things, it's limited. For
Mhm.
example, if you think about the payment gateways that you will use, they are, like, blocked at Palestine. You cannot use any of your, cannot use, like, a paid account on Google Play or in
Mhm.
the App Store, because, like, they don't connect, like, your account with banks here in Palestine, because
Mhm.
transferring money to this area is not allowed. Even, like, if you want to create a PayPal account, it's not allowed. Um, excuse me, can I take this 1 minute? Should we repeat that?
Sure, yeah. What was the last thing it was talking about? Setting up beta account or beta accounts on Google and App Store and difficulties with that.
We were talking about, like, the gaming scene here in Palestine, and the game development in general. As I said, like, creating an account for transferring money is not that easy for developers from Palestine. You are not allowed to connect or to make a payment, or to connect to any payment gateway, because it's not allowed to transfer money to Palestine, because, like, many countries do not recognize Palestine as a country,
Mhm.
which is, like, something sad. But, like, also, like, doing games is more of an iteration process. So you need, like a huge budget to do that, which means, like, you need to spend and you need to iterate. You need to make, like, uh, your first game, your second game, your third game, like, to make a successful game, or a successful commercial game.
Mhm.
So doing this is kind of, like, when you think, when you work in a country where is the economy is not stable, you don't have that luxury. Um, maybe, like, there is a few developers, they do it as individuals, but you cannot, like, make like a living from that, and you cannot, like, scale it in a country, like, to build the economy in the country, like, to build the huge companies that really develop games. Um, Other than that, like, the connections and the communication between us and, like, the outside world, the publishers, the industry itself, we don't have that access. We are not exposed to publishers all over the world, and when you think of any investment, or anyone who want to invest his money, he will not look at this part of the world, because, like, again, it's not stable, and it's risky. So
Mhm.
it's like a complicated scene. We don't have, like, I can't say that we have a development for games like in a scale, but there is a few individual tries. Like, what I did is something, an individual project, and you have like a few individual projects that trying to see the light.
Mhm. What about like meetups or game jams? I think I saw you hosted a game jam or something there a while back.
Yeah, we try to to participate in many game jam, global game jam, and we do like another game jam, which is normally in the Middle East, which is called Zanga Game Jam. We try to participate in many game jams, and we try to collect like more people interested in like building games or trying to understand and learn how to build games. So far, that was like a good thing to do, but it's not mature enough to build an industry around it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hmm. How many game developers would you say that you know in Palestine? Just like in general, I guess.
Maybe less than 100.
Okay.
Like, yeah, like the people that I really met, and they like I know that they're working on games on
Mhm.
their like free time or side project.
Yeah. Is it like mostly software people or artists and stuff?
Most of them are software people.
Mhm.
Like I can't remember that there is like an artist that who really cares about making games in general, like because maybe it seems like the core of game development is the coding side.
Yeah.
So yeah, and like this is one of the struggles because like developers here are always struggling finding artists for their like assets or something like that.
Mhm. And like I guess hardware, like how current is your like computer hardware for development and stuff?
I think it's like it's normal. So like
Okay.
fair,
You
yeah,
don't have trouble getting like, I don't know, a 3060 or something and feel like,
yeah. That's normal, but it's like expensive. It's very
yeah.
expensive, but you can get it.
Okay, cool. And what about internet? What's like kind of the internet situation?
It's fair enough. Like it's not that huge. Like, but you can have like eight uh, 8 megabyte. I think it's working.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, so let's see. Oh yeah, what's like the history of the game development scene there? Like, do you know how far back it goes? Like, yeah, who's like the oldest game developer you know who's been doing it there?
Um, I'm not sure that I met someone that I think 2010 was the start of a few people who are trying like me
Mhm.
doing games. I tried to build a gaming company and get like a funding for that, but I didn't like successfully build it. Like it was like we did not secure funding. We did not like make. We made a game and it was featured on Google Play, but investors at that time did not believe in games. They were trying to find something else. I think 2010 was the starting for game development in Palestine with individuals like me. I can't remember. I don't know if there's uh, any other projects before that, but for me, I don't know actually.
Mhm. Where do you think it's going to go in the future, or where would you like to see it go?
Um, I like to see it like there's an interest in this area about funding people who are trying uh, to build games and to like maybe share more of their experience because I believe that there is a lot of hidden stories here in Palestine, and we don't have to compete by making like another Call of Duty or another FIFA game or another racing game. I think if we adapt to make small projects that share like a specific experience that not allowed or not shared with everyone yet, and it's specific for Palestine and Palestinians, we can make a change, and we can make like something different that people all over the world that did not see before. I think this is what distinguish small communities and the experience that they have that is not shared with everyone. We have a good opportunity to share it and to be unique with that.
How tight knit is the community there? Like, do you meet often, or is it more isolated, just kind of hobby projects?
It's kind of isolated because people are not dedicated for that, and like they work their full-time job and they try to do something on their free time, and usually it's not like we meet only in game jams, or if there is like a global meeting, maybe once or twice in a year. But like we keep in touch on social media.
Let's see. I guess, is there anything else you'd like to talk about what's going on there, or situation, or game development scene, or anything? I finished my question, so I feel like there's more to talk about. I don't know.
We can talk like about the purpose of making the game Layla. Have you played, like, let me ask you, like, have you played Layla and the Shadows of War?
I saw the trailer. I haven't played it yet.
So like this game was initiated in 2014 when the war started on Gaza Strip, and like it was like something that I wanted to make and to share with people all over the world about how Palestinian living and how they are experiencing war, and how they are like dealing with the occupation on daily basis, and in this tough situation. And it was like a story of a little girl. The game itself has like many true events I tried to highlight, and at the end of the game I share many of the numbers and statistics about the war, how many people were killed in that war. But it's not about the number, because I don't believe because there were a huge number of people were dead in that, because every one of them is a story, and everything, like every person, every child is a dream. So it's not about the numbers. So this is why I tried to highlight a story of one girl and one family. And it was like the world reacted to that story in a way that I did not expect. So it was like shown all over the world in many events, in many showcases. It was participated in many events and won many awards. And it was also like this is something that people do not feel they will face, because here in Palestine you are not allowed to speak, and to talk about your suffering. This is why Layla was banned like on the App Store when I released it for the first time. But there were like a huge campaign on social media from um, developers and like game websites. And after like a few days, they were releasing the game on the App Store as a game again. This is like this by itself was like a shocking experience for me that your game is not allowed to be published because it's somehow speak about your situation. And this is like one side of the story that was allowed always allowed to be here like to be shared, and the other side of the story is not allowed. It's always covered, and it's always like everything is against it. And this is one of the like the problems that we have, that media in general, like when we talk about media, I'm not talking about news only. I'm talking about news, movies, games. Try always to go with the mainstream and to highlight one side of the story and to cover the story of the small communities and the communities that not in power, and only show that this like the community, like the story that who the people who owns has the strength and has the influence to change or maybe to direct the media to say whatever they want. So this was like one thing was shocking about my experience, and I was like honored to be part of GDC 2017 talking about that experience. And like what's sad is this war is something like we face it on a daily basis, and this is not like that war was never the end of everything, because like few days ago another like maybe 270 people were killed. Many of them were also children in Gaza Strip because of the Israeli attacks on Gaza. And like that was sad, and that was like another, for me it was like another maybe that game Layla, the Shadows of War. This game I didn't enjoy making it because it was really a hard experience for me to make it. And like you have to, let me describe it in a way that is, you have to see the events on daily basis to mimic everything in the game, and like to share the feeling that you had with everyone. So I was working on that game maybe for 2 years, and I had to watch the war every time, every day, to watch those children and the feedback from people, and to read about them, to read about their stories on daily basis. It was like a continuous pain for me to do it, but I had to do it. It was not like an enjoying like when you think about making games, you think that I will enjoy making this, but I didn't. I don't want to do another game about this. I believe that game that I had to do as like as a duty, not as something for fun, because I know, like I know how to do games, and there is no one else maybe could highlight that story as I do, and to share it with everyone. And I don't want, like, I really don't want to make another game about the same war that is really recurring. And like every year or every 2 years, there is a huge war, and a lot of people were killed. Also with this, there is on daily basis, there is like an attacks and killing and arresting people. So when I think about games, for me, it's not like something that I do for commercial use or for fun. I think of it as a tool that I can share a message with a huge community that is interested in games, and there is a way to deliver that message in a creative way, and that can be like impactful on everyone. Because when you play a game, it's not like that you are watching a movie. Like when you watch a movie, it's like you are the third party. You just watch the hero, and you don't control everything. What's special about games, like when you are playing, you feel like you are the hero. You're in control of everything. So when you talk about it, like you talk about your experience. So I was trying to put the player in the shoe of the Palestinians and let them feel our feelings, and let them like just to have a small glimpse of what we are facing here in Palestine. And I think that game was a successful project and successful tool to do that. This is why it was very popular and get like noticed by many people.
What are you working on now? Since you don't want to do something like that, you said, what's like your, I don't know, current plans or current project?
Yeah, I was like away from doing anything specific in games, but nowadays I will start another project also about Palestine, because like I can see that there is a change the last war that we faced. There is a huge support from all over the world for the Palestinian story and for the Palestinian cause. There is like a snowball is going supporting Palestine, and there is like I can see from at least from the global media and from also from the social media, there is a huge support for the Palestinian story this time. So I will try to do something that will like open the eyes of people about the origin of this story and what is happening and what happened and why we are here right now. So I'm planning for a new project. I'm working with a few people on it. I have like the major headlines, but it's gonna take time.
That sounds really cool. Yeah, I want to play that. Let's see. Oh, do you have any games you want to promote? Anything that I could include in the video? Well, I mean, obviously you're Layla, but any other casual games you mentioned you'd made that I could like promote at the end of the video or something?
Do you mean in general or about
Just in general, I
personal?
guess. Or what do you want to promote, I guess, at the end?
I can't remember anything. I can't think of anything.
You could email it to me afterwards, I guess, also.
Yeah, okay.
And let's see. Oh, do you know any other game developers there who would also be open to be interviewed?
Yeah, I have a few people. I can give your email to them and you can talk to
Okay,
them.
thanks. Yeah, yeah. Dang, I haven't done video interviews before, so I feel like completely unprepared for everything. And I'm like, I feel like as soon as I hang up, I'm gonna be like, wait, why didn't I say this? Or why didn't I ask this? I'm like, oh, I can't believe I forgot to play your game before we talked. I'm like, like duh. Um, hmm. Yeah, let's see. So
Take
you,
your time if you feel like there is more questions. Like just take your time on available.
okay, yeah, thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Well, how often do you travel outside? Like, I know you went to GDC. Have you gone to other events and stuff outside country?
Yeah, I went to Finland. I was traveling a lot before um, this pandemic.
Hmm.
I went to GDC. I went to Finland. I went to Malaysia or Singapore, like to showcase the game, and was also like in Jordan. So it was like shown in a different part of the world uh, by me or by like friends for me of me like sharing the game in the event. And it was like a really shocking experience that it was like nominated or shared with many people all over the world. I think there is 1.5 million download of the game.
Hmm.
Um, and you know when you see people after they're playing the game and how emotional they got after playing it, you know that you delivered the message in a right way.
Hmm.
Sometimes like I just go to Google Play and just read the reviews. I just start crying
Hmm.
by reading the reviews. Sometimes like I just go to YouTube and like um, just write the name of the game and see how many review for the game or how many gameplay for it. It's like crazy experience for me.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Did you were you did you make any money off of it, or was it free? Or
Yeah, it's free. It's totally free.
oh, totally free. No one was like, I like this. Can I send you money or anything? Like,
No, it was like in a few events, you get a prize for like
hmm.
few $100s and something like that, but like nothing major.
Hmm. And like, have you thought of like going outside the country to find publishers or anything like that to like seriously, I don't know, try to make a business out of game development?
No, actually, I didn't. Maybe it's my mistake, but I was maybe like not thinking of going to publisher in that way because I don't have the names. I don't have the connections. Maybe it was my mistake that I didn't do it. But this time I think I will do it. Like I have few connections that I can make and try for the next game to work maybe with a publisher. But when we talk about publishers, like everyone has his own agenda. Everyone has his own like um, guidelines. and when you do something, like I will never do like a game for like a casual game anymore. I'm not that person, because there's like million of developers doing casual games. I will not be like 1,000,001. Yeah, I will do something um, about the experience here, about my life or my story, or at least the Palestinian story. So more or less, it will be more of a political thing that no one wants to to be a part of, unless he really cares about the cause itself. Because commercially, you will never know what will happen, and um, there is like many sides in the world will fight against you when you do something like that. Yeah, if you are pro-Palestinian, you will find like many parties, many sides trying to stand against you. So for any big company or any publisher, if he do not believe in that, um, he will not put himself in risk, in that risk.
Mhm.
So I was like, okay, I will not go to anyone right now. Maybe if anyone interested, he will text me.
Yeah. What
Yeah,
about like Kickstarter or something?
yeah, that was something in my head. Um, but the dilemma here is also that you cannot connect your account to Kickstart, because how are
Oh,
they gonna transfer? So you need someone outside and to make the account for you. And if the campaign was successful, he will send you the money. And also it's control, like even if you try to transfer money to Palestine, you will get many questions. Where is this money is going, and why you are sending money, and why you are receiving money? So everything is controlled and monitored. So it's not an easy thing. Um, so I was like thinking of the problem more than the solution at that time. Um, but I think every problem has a solution that I should think of solution for that. Maybe a kickstart, or like a crazy publisher and investor who wants to risk his life with me.
mhm. All right. Thank you. That was really cool. Thanks for talking. Um, I can't think of any other questions, right? Anything else that you want to say?
Thank you, like, for interviewing me, and I think like, again, like, I made that game to share the experience about the war, and we still living in a war, and we still living under like a colonized occupation, and ethnic cleansing, and we were facing this everywhere. So everything that people do, even on social media, even trying um, to share the experience or to understand more about Palestine and their cause, will help us, will support us. Knowing the truth about the situation here is something that we are trying to share. Um, but when we see people from all over the world trying to support and to understand and to help, this like gives us a huge boost and in our life. And we think this is something that we all should do to help each other. Uh, like, this kind of support maybe seems not worthy, but it is good for us, and when we see there is a change, we can push. Like we're not thinking about like about like we're not thinking about this support as something like a minor, because when there is a huge amount of people trying to help us and support us, this will for sure will have have the impact on governments, on policies, also on the global media, on the mainstream media. When we speak up about this, uh, we force everyone, we force the media to talk about it and to highlight it and to be honest about it. So like I would like to thank you for first thing to highlight this, and yeah, like try to share it with everyone.
No problem. That's doesn't take much for me to do this. Oh yeah, so for the video, I guess I'll do an edited version. And then do you mind if I include the full unedited interview like in the description or something?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, well, thank you then for coming on and talking. I think it's a really good topic, really interesting topic for video and everything. Well, that's all then, I guess.
Thank you, Ryan, for this and for everything.
Have a good, I guess, night. It's like 2 a.m. there.
Yeah, it is 2 a.m.
Oof. That's late.
Okay.
All right. Good
See you.
night.
Bye-bye. Good night. Bye.